Today is a miserable and unusual day in Córdoba, but it's perfect for filming inside San Pablo Church. This church stands on lands that has seen it all: Roman streets, a Moorish palace, and later, a medieval monastery. If walls could talk, San Pablo's would tell stories of shifting empires, hidden tombs, and a noble family that left its mark in stone. One of the most striking features is the main portal, an ornate mix of late Gothic and Renaissance styles. San Pablo Church, as we see it today, is a mix of architectural styles. The Gothic elements stand out, especially in the pointed arches and ribbed vaults. But if you look closely, you'll see remnants of Mudejar craftsmanship influenced by Islamic art. This blending wasn't unusual in Córdoba. Muslim artisans often worked on Christian buildings, bringing their intricate geometric patterns and skillful brickwork into the design. This exact spot used to belong to the Al Muhira Palace, named after the son of Caliph Abd al-Rahman III, part of the opulent Umayyad dynasty, rulers who transformed into one of the most advanced cities of its time. When the city fell to Christian forces in 1236, the palace was lost, but not entirely forgotten. By the 13th century, the land was repurposed and a Dominican monastery was built here. It became part of Ferdinand III's plan to reinforce Christianity in the newly conquered city. He gave it to the Dominican order, monks known for their influence and, later, for their role in the Inquisition. They lived, studied, and conducted religious debates here. Many shaped Spain's theological direction. Throughout the building, you'll find symbols carved into stone, some with meanings that go beyond Christianity. Some of these motifs resemble earlier Moorish designs, possibly the work of local artisans, while others hint at the esoteric traditions that Dominican scholars were known to study. Among the church's many burials, one name stands out: Gonzalo Fernández de Córdoba, better known as El Gran Capitán. This military leader was a legend in Spain, known for his victories in Italy and his tense relationship with the Catholic monarchs. He was buried in San Pablo Church, as he had requested. But here's where things get strange. Centuries later, when his tomb was opened, his body was missing. Some believe it was secretly moved. Others think it was destroyed during political upheavals. What remains today is an empty tomb and a lingering mystery, fitting for a man who shaped Spain's military history. By the 1800s, Spain was changing fast. The Confiscation of 1835, known as the Desamortización, forced monasteries and churches across Spain to give up their lands and wealth to the state. San Pablo was no exception. The Dominicans were expelled, and the monastery was left to decay. Some religious buildings were demolished entirely during this period, but San Pablo narrowly escaped destruction. The church remained standing, though stripped of much of its former power. It's not a showpiece like the Mezquita, but that's part of its charm. It's a place where history is woven into the walls, waiting for those who take the time to look. And on a rainy day like today, with the sound of rain dripping on the roof, the hushed echoes of footsteps inside, it all adds to the feeling that this church is a space where the past lingers, not in grand displays, but in quiet details, waiting to be noticed.